Hi everyone, Ace of Clay here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another sculpting video. But if you're new here, I'm a sculptor and every week I make a new sculpture, and this week I'm doing some Poppy Playtime fan art and I'm making Huggy Wuggy. Every once in a while it's always fun to do some fan art, and this guy is really hot right now. I've gotten so many requests for him and he came out really cool. I actually make him with two heads, one with his mouth open and one with it closed. Now if you're not familiar with the video game Poppy Playtime or Huggy Wuggy, Huggy Wuggy is the main antagonist in the first chapter of this game. The story starts with him being a good character that's intended for children, and eventually he ends up getting corrupted. He's an enormous creature with incredibly long arms and legs, leaving him standing at a towering height of at least 10 feet. He has blue fur and has not one but two rows of sharp teeth. So he's really this barbaric, bloodthirsty monster that chases you around in the game, and I was really excited to make him this week and I cannot wait to share the process with you. So if all of this sounds good and you want to see me bring Huggy Wuggy to life, then hit like, hit subscribe, check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ace of Clay, and let's get started. Okay, let's get started on Huggy Wuggy from Poppy's Playtime. I'm going to start shaping out his armature from this aluminum wire, and then of course all the materials that you see me use in this video are listed in the description box below, along with my affiliate links if you want to purchase anything. Just want to shape out the shoulders and legs. He's essentially just like a big, creepy stuffed animal, and he's got really long legs and a short torso, so I'm actually going to make them a little longer here. Let's attach his arms. He's got really long arms and really long legs. Attach the arms with my floral wire. We're already halfway there, it looks like. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm going to start bulking out the body with some Super Sculpey Ultralight. And then we're also going to make his head out of Ultralight as well. And then I'm going to attach my Ultralight with some Bacon Bond or Oven Baked Clay adhesive, so it sticks really well to the wire. Okay, now let's go ahead and add him to our wooden base that was kindly made for me by Max in the UK. Look at that, so he's nice and sturdy now. All right, now I'm gonna make his head out of some Ultralight too. Just gonna make the underlying structure of it. I'm going to actually be making him two heads, so it's gonna have, one head's gonna have the open mouth expression and the other one is going to have his just regular closed smile. All right, so there's head number one. Set that aside, then make the second head. All right, there's head number two, head number one, head number two, and his body. I'm gonna go ahead and bake this really quick and we'll be right back. And we're back, all our pieces are baked and hardened. All right, now let's go ahead and cover the body and each head in clay. For this project, I'm using some Super Sculpey Original. I got these nice even sheets of clay by running it through my pasta maker on the thickest setting. now I'm going to take some black clay and I'm going to fill the mouth on this one because we're going to poke his teeth into it and I won't be able to get my paintbrush around them to paint the whole thing black. So let's use some black clay. Okay, now I'm gonna take some white clay and roll out his teeth so that I can pre-bake them and just poke them into the clay once they're hard. All right, these are gonna be really small and I don't wanna handle them so much, so I'm just gonna make them right on this piece of glass that's gonna go straight into the oven. Okay, this should be enough. Let's go ahead and get this in the oven. Then we can move on. Before I put the eyes on, I'm just gonna add some of his fur texture underneath it just so it's easier to get around the eyes. Okay, now using some cos clay, I'm going to add some wisps of fur up at the top here, and they're going to be really thin, and the cos clay will make sure they don't break because it stays flexible after it's baked. Just going to take a little piece of clay like this, roll it out into a point, flatten it out, and then stick it on. Let's set that aside. And now before we finish this head, let's take a break and finish up the body. We're gonna put his hands and feet on, which are basically just two sets of hands. Okay, now let's get that fur texture on there, and then we'll finish off his other head. We'll be good to go. All right, let's finish this guy's open mouth head. Got my little Excel tweezers. I think I'm gonna use my curved ones. And let's start poking in some teeth. He's got 2 layers of teeth on the top and bottom. So of course we're gonna start with the back row and then we'll go to the front. And he's got, I want to say that's saliva stretching from each side of his mouth. So let's go ahead and add that with some wire. All right, there we go. Huggy Wuggy is ready to be baked. Be right back. All right, we're back. Huggy Wuggy is baked and both heads go on nicely. Perfect. We're gonna start painting them. The paints that I'll be using in this video are Folk Art brand matte acrylics. I got some blues here. Got True Blue Calypso Sky, bright yellow, some white of course, black, brown, orange, or should I say hot saffron, and then some red. Let's get started. I think I want to start with the hands first and the feet, and then we'll do the blue everywhere. That would make sense. Yeah, do the blue first, and then after the yellow, and then we'll go in and do the eyes and mouth and see what happens. So let's get started. And he's done! My Huggy Wuggy sculpture with interchangeable heads is complete. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. love stuff like this. It's just so creepy and so out there, and I've gotten so many requests to make this guy, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm glad I got him in before the holidays, and I think he turned out cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really glad that I made his head interchangeable so he can just be smiling or creepy with his teeth and, you know, all that stringy saliva. Yeah, I want to know what you think. And as always, thank you so much for watching and being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and then check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ace of Clay. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.